I will be showing some prasadam pictures.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Jai Shri
Hare Krishna,
Prabhupada.
Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
So many. Deepanshu Prabhu also here.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble sentences of Srila Prabhupada.
Light also on the AC. Oh, we have Swami Prabhu and Bhakta Jat Prabhu, Manu Prabhu and Jani Prabhu and Srikant Prabhu, Deepanshu Prabhu, Antariksh and Karti Prabhu is here, Lebohang Prabhu, Aditya Prabhu and Luke Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Smriti Sambhav Prabhu, Sudhir Prabhu is here, Purushot, Purushot is here, okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, all glories to Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Sabai Prabhu is here.
Hare Rama,
Vivek Prabhu, he's coming from Vaikuntha.
Vivek Prabhu, mute your mic. Mute your mic. Vivek. Our kirtan on the road. On the road we are doing kirtan now. Why there is no mridanga there in the kirtan? Why there is no mridanga player there? Where is Priyansh Prabhu? Not there?
No, Prabhu. Priyansh Prabhu is not there.
How come you do kirtan like that without mridanga? Where is
Priyansh
Priyansh?
Prabhu went outside. Prabhu went.
Huh?
Prabhu went outside, Prabhu. I don't know where Prabhu went.
Why
But,
he went outside? He's supposed to do kirtan.
Yes, Prabhu, but I don't know where he went.
Rishikesh Prabhu is there?
He's not there, Prabhu. Rishikesh Prabhu and Vinod Krishna Prabhu went in car. Where I don't know. But they went outside. For service. Maybe I don't know.
Okay. Okay then, no problem.
Okay.
Prabhu, you can mute yourself.
Yes,
Vivek Prabhu.
Prabhu. Prabhu.
And may I know who is Prasanna? I saw some Prasanna. Can you introduce yourself, please?
I'm from Sri Lanka.
Oh, you're from Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Very good. So you are a friend of Purushot, is it?
Yeah.
Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, my name is Prasanna. I'm 31 years old. I'm a software developer in Sri Lanka. I started chanting 16 rounds. Purushottam helped me. He only guided me and he gave me his books. The Prabhupada books he sold to me. And I'm reading. I finished Bhagavad Gita now. No, I'm reading Science of Self-Realization.
Oh, very good, very good. I'm very happy to have you here. Is it your first Ishtagoshti?
No, I joined 2 weeks ago, but I had
Okay.
to leave early. I was not there fully. I was there for 1 hour and I left. I had to do some work. Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Forgive
You
me.
come every week.
Yeah, sure. I'll
Like
do.
Purushot Prabhu also. Where is Purushot Prabhu? He was here just now. He's here.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Cool. Yes. Yeah. Introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, so my name is Prashant. So I'm from Sri Lanka. So I mainly engage in Prabhupada's book distribution mainly.
Very
So
good.
we import from BBT and distribute to all the bookshops here and also retail online. So that's one of my main businesses. And I also have other businesses where I generate my livelihood to survive. So that's it pretty much. I'm always looking to engage in more prasadam distribution via ISKM and also book distribution as well. I hope I'll get such kind of opportunities. Hare
Very,
Krishna.
very happy to hear from you. And you come every week for the session. And this week we have requested His Grace Sundar Gopal Prabhu to chair this session because he is here in Pondicherry. He is actually giving his valuable association to all our bhaktas physically here. So I requested Prabhu that you please give association to our devotees who is not in the temple also. They are also our regular devotees. So tomorrow we have initiation program. That's why we shifted to today. So this one, we'll keep it short and sweet because Prabhu also has to do preaching here. So what I was thinking is that first, who is first? So first, we request Sami Prabhu to talk about your Finland thing, what you're doing in Finland and what preaching you're doing, how you're engaging your time in Krishna service, ISKM service, and next thing will be Jani Prabhu, and you can talk, and then you can explain, and then Prabhu will give guidance on how to develop it further, and then after that, Bhakta Jad Prabhu, and he have the best book distributor. Okay, your friends, you can explain, and after that, if Purushottam Prasanna has to say something about Sri Lanka, and if you're doing some service, you also can go ahead. And after that, anybody else who want to ask any questions, you can go on. So we welcome His Grace Sundar Gopal Prabhu for this session. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble
Hare
obeisance.
Krishna Prabhu,
Glory
please
to
accept my
Srila
humble
Prabhupada.
obeisances all to Srila Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
My humble obeisances, all glories to Prabhupada.
Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining us to this Istagoshti session. We've been having this for 5 years, and after 5 years, we get this honor to have you here. I'm really happy for that. Thank you so much. So
I'm quite
today,
happy with all of you.
today I want to present a little bit about the activities of preaching that I've done in Finland or what we have done and some online activities. But I try to be quick so the others can also get chance to present their own thing. So yes, I joined ISCAM around 2020, the beginning, and the first years I wasn't preaching much because I was just learning the basics, like waking up in the morning and chanting 16 rounds. And it took me some time to get to follow because I didn't know how to cook anything. And my habits were really bad. I was waking up at 1 p.m. usually. And so Prahlad Prabhu instructed us, or the devotees who had joined then, to start this reading session online. He said you should start some activity like this because at that time I was only one in Finland and there was really no one here who I could associate with. And the ISKCON devotees, I went one time and it was not, I couldn't find any proper connections from there. So I stopped going there, and then we started this reading session. with the Indian devotees, so I could have some connection to the devotees every day. And it started like 4 years ago, and then we had Shyam Govinda Prabhu joining, Rishikesh Prabhu, most of the devotees who are now joined in the temple full time. So we started with them reading, and then the groups came during that time. The Prahlad Prabhu instructed to make the ISKM Vaishnav Sangh, a Telegram group that has now 500 members. We started from like 40 members. So that was began then, like 2021. And through that, I began like online preaching more actively. And I started in every platform that I knew, and especially YouTube. Rishikesh Prabhu then taught me how to edit some videos. He instructed me how to do, and I bought a computer and all these things that I could work with. And yeah, then we started video editing. And then this ISKM, we started to make some short videos of like Prabhupada Vani and of our lectures. Like we took short bits and we made them into separate videos. And through that, it really blew up because first 2 years we got 20 million views.
ISKM TV, our channel in Singapore. He is
Yes.
the main contributor for our ISKM TV Singapore channel.
Oh, is it?
He's the main contributor.
You get 2 million, no?
20 million views, like first 2 years.
Oh, it's quite good. Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu. So through that, we managed to grow up the Vaishnav Sangha group. And also at the same time, Nimanita Prabhu is making great videos. So through him, we got a lot of new members. So we were making these videos, and suddenly it started to blow up. Like this Gandhi video, one video got its Prabhupada Vani and 6 million views and 4.3 million views. Why India is not satisfied its own culture and videos like this. And through those videos, we put the links to the Telegram group, and then people started to join. And then what the next step is, always when people join, we usually ask them to introduce themselves, and then we get a little more friendly with them by talking with them like normal people do when they meet. And like this, we slowly introduce them to our YouTube videos, like the Ritvik series that Tadvavid Prabhu has made, and also your Ritvik video and all those videos. And then we invite them to the reading session that is happening every day at 8 p.m. Indian time. We have a reading session. It's going unfailingly 4 years every day. And yeah, when we get the devotees there or the newcomers, usually then the
One big blessing. He's a ministry construction in charge.
so then when they get to join the reading session, then usually the proper cultivation start, and we get them to Istagoshti and connected to Prahlad Prabhu. So like this, I've been preaching online, and it's been working because now we have some, by Prahlad Prabhu's mercy, because it's when we get them connected to Istagosti session, usually then when it happens, that they get, every devotee get really attached to Prahlad Prabhu, and then it's usually fast progress from that. So my goal has been always to find some new devotees online. Usually they are Indian, and most who I find from those platforms are young devotees. They are like from 15 to max 24, 25, 24 years old. And like that, I've been going on for a few years. But in Finland itself, the progress has been slower. I've found like four devotees who I got to join the groups, but we couldn't really start any because they are really independent. One is from IRM, one is from ISKCON. He got a little bit too much attached to ISKCON, and yes, bro. But prasadam distribution, I've been doing a lot to friends and family, and also book distribution, because I found that IRM devotee, he's not joining much, but he has connection to European like book printing. And he always, when I need some books or anyone in Europe needs books, I just ask him and he delivers really fast. Like Uvesh Prabhu got in Austria, we have Luvesh Prabhu, and he just got like 3 packages of book in 1 week after we just asked him, and he often finds someone to donate for the books. So that's really nice that we have a like solid book connection in Europe. And I've also tried to do book distribution outside, but for now my like what's the word? Like for now my the progress in that is I haven't sold too many books. Mostly it's through online if I sell books. Like some books mostly go through online. But I've still tried to go outside because we just got connection with Bhakta Jat Prabhu, who is #1 in the France. And we have done like because we have this Hare Krishna League where we do the reading sessions. And at those sessions, we had sometimes do like here is Christians versus Hare Krishna debating. We had 2 hours debate. And then we do book distribution live. So Bhakta Jad took us outside. He took a camera and he took books. And then he goes outside and through live, he teaches us how to approach, what to say. And through that, I've now gained more motivation to also go outside and try more. Because before I was alone and I felt too shy, but now I'm getting there to do also this outside book distribution. And yes, prasadam, always trying to distribute to all the friends and family I know because they really like prasadam, and most of them also have taken books, but they don't really get so much interested about the philosophy. Some do, especially when they are distressed. Then they approach me with their questions, but most haven't started to chant regularly, only few. And yes, here is some prasadam pictures I quickly wanted to show because I didn't have much any other pictures. So I learned this just before. I wasn't cooking anything and I was eating outside only meat foods, and it took me like 1 year to learn some proper cooking, and then I could leave this meat eating. And it was all like the inspiration of the ISKM devotees because they told that you should start this, that you can also do, and they gave ideas and like motivation and inspiration that you do this, you do that, and I've been trying to follow. And because I'm not working, usually what I do every day is that video editing, and then I have the reading session, and those are like the activities. And I'd like to ask from you what you think I could like add, or like how I could serve even better. What should I like increase, and what ideas?
Looks like you're doing good. You're getting results.
By the mercy of Prahlad Prabhu, but I would like to also to increase always because I want to get some my like goal would be to get some program going on with some devotees coming, and because I have a separate place now for this, I rented a like small flat for this, that in this flat there is not other things than Krishna conscious activities, and there is some I've been trying to collect some devote, but it's really hard here in Finland because there is not much people. It's really and the people are really antisocial. They don't really like to talk to anyone, so it's been hard to get them. But I'm
Yes,
trying.
we have to keep trying what to do.
Yes, Prabhu.
Preaching is the thankless task, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Not every 10 people we meet, maybe one, maybe, So that's how, because in Kali Yuga, nobody is interested in God consciousness, no?
Yes, Prabhu. It's very difficult.
Especially in the West, they are more inclined for sense gratification.
Yes, Prabhu. Really heavily.
So what to do? I just returned from Russia. Of course, Russians are a little bit more inquisitive.
Yes, Prabhu.
They kind of tend to be more forthcoming in. but still, it's like any country, you know, everybody is more interested in their so-called career, their sense gratification. So
Yes,
what to
Prabhu.
do? So fortunate Krishna will send them to us, no?
Yes, Prabhu. But prasadam they like, so that's that I found good that they like to take prasadam usually.
Yeah, that's why Prabhupada called our program as a love feast program, no? He never say come for our Sunday Bhagavad Gita class. He never said that. He said come for our Sunday love feast, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, because eating everybody will come, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So that was his what do you call that? Preaching strategy, you know.
Yes,
So
Prabhu.
similarly, we should try to make our feast very delicious, you know, and tempting, so that they try one time and they always be thinking of how to come back again, you see.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, I've
Mm.
tried to do this.
More than anything else, our food has to be top notch. Yeah?
Yes, Prabhu.
So you try like that, and then you can invite them to also come and help you cook the fish. There will be also another
Mm.
way of engaging them in some service, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Mm. So then where you get a group, they will come every whatever day you are having your feast, they will come and then assist you, and then someone will do something. Like that they become gradually, more involved, huh?
Mm. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, that's true.
Mm. Try to get them involved in your whatever program you're doing, no? You're going on book distribution, you call them, why don't you come, can you come on? Of course, the online one you can't do with them. Uh, if you can get some of your friends,
Yes, Prabhu.
mm,
Yes, together it's much easier when there is even one more person.
you can get one more to come forward. So you invite them, you buy that fees, then you say, why don't you come and help, you can participate,
Yes, Prabhu.
You'll be interested in rendering some service, you see. That's how you grow,
Mm.
Everybody start like that. They give the fees and they get like it, they become very friendly. I mean, many people are also very lonely,
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, it's here it is really prominent that everyone is very lonely and they are like in a cocoon.
Yeah, this Finland, Greenland, Iceland, all these guys, the suicide rate is the highest in the
Yes,
world.
Prabhu. Yes, especially in young men.
Yeah, so they want to share, but
Yes, Prabhu. And they say this is the happiest place. But I
yeah.
think it is the happiest because all the sad guys they kill themselves. So of course it's gonna be the happiest in the statistics.
So our goal is to make devotees, because without devotees it's difficult to push the movement forward,
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm? This is why I'm also traveling, If I don't travel, then how to? Now that I've come here, Pondicherry, I think at least about another 5 people have decided to become full-time devotees.
Revolve. Yes, Prabhu.
So that is what Prabhupada wanted, Prabhupada wanted us to preach and make devotees, And we can go on preaching for 300 million years and nobody join up, then what's the point, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
That should be resolved also.
As they all can come around and chit chat, but that's not wasting our time,
Yes, Prabhu.
Correct. So we should try to encourage them to take up more, what we say, positive, surrendered mood,
Yes, Prabhu.
So you're doing very well. So your prasadam is going good. So now you encourage people to come to a little early and help you prepare the food and all that.
Yes,
Yeah,
Prabhu.
they will
Okay.
listen.
We'll do this.
That way the person will become more and more involved, and then you never know, they become more devoted, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. So you try like that.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu.
Maybe you can also, organize a vegetarian, like what we do. We go to these universities and try to find a vegetarian society or something, and then set it up there. Because preaching in these places are very important.
Yes, Prabhu.
Mm.
Yes, that's
So
good
you
idea.
can go there, once a week in one place, vegetarian university, you call it a health club or whatever, and then you give out some vegetarian prasadam, and then you start talking to them, see why the benefit of taking vegetarian food, how to, purify yourself. So this will be a big, I would say, plus point. Of course, you can go on the street and distribute. Yeah, I don't say no to that. But the best result is when we get into this kind of a places. So, but wanted us to do that, to go to these universities.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay. Yeah, this is also like university city, so here is a lot of these students.
So the younger mind, and the student, they are always wanting to save money. They will always come when there's anything free.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, that's true.
So you have better candidates there, and they are also very friendly, being young, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm? So you can go to these universities and hook it up with some vegetarian or health club and say, look, I'm offering this free food, we like to share with you. And through them, I don't know how it works in Finland, but in other countries, usually the students have to invite somebody in.
Oh, yes, Prabhu. Yeah, here they're more freely. They like rent apartments.
You investigate and see how you can get inside.
Yes, Prabhu.
That way, then you invite them to come and stay with you, and you can do morning programs, and then the guy gets a little bit more inspired. So this is how you kind of make devotees, though.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, I'll go forward with this.
Yeah, you try to target these universities. I'm sure there are many of them there.
Yes, Prabhu.
With the best effort, rather than, because you can go and hit the streets, I don't say no, but usually the result on the street is not so forthcoming as going to this, universities and all that.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm? You try this program if you can.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, I'll try this.
Uh, to get
Thank you
to
so
know
much.
students and see how you can break through.
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hmm. So,
I
what?
think
Somebody else is next.
is it Gianni Prabhu or Bhaktajal?
It's me. It's me. It's me, second. So, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. So, I'm from Reunion Island, and I joined the group 7 months ago. And at the beginning, I was not really preaching like now, because I was um, learning and learning English and learning how to associate with ISKM devotee. So gradually, I attend all the session, the reading session, Japa session, and Istagoshti. And His Grace Prabhu give me some responsibility. So we have some team here online, and I am a leader of a team that lead that have many brahmachari come from that team now that join Pondicherry temple. So at the beginning, I was saying to His Grace Prabhu that I was truly not qualified for that, but I just accept the challenge, and I just try to do my best to guide those young people, so that's young devotee to try to encourage them daily. So then a few months ago, His Grace Prabhu get us to a meeting and just instruct us to begin to preach in our country. So I follow that instruction, and since then we make a lot of Harinam Sankirtan here in Reunion Island and all over the island. Me and Amoli Prabhu is another Bhakta with me here. He is in ISKM too. And Mali Julie Mataji, we have a Mataji also here. And she is also in ISKM. She always donate to Pondicherry Temple monthly. Amoli Prabhu is with me doing Harinam Sankirtan daily also. And he also wants to join Pondicherry Temple for training very soon on February next year. So a few months ago, we started to do Harinam Sankirtan here, and the result is quite good because we distribute, me and Amoli Prabhu, perhaps more than 400 books. So it's been very amazing. The response here, people like Harinam, they like the holy name when it is chanting like that. They like also prashad, so we try with Mataji. She was having some quite of difficulty with this. Her sadhana. So I try to cultivate her. I try to guide her, and now it's okay. So now we want to make some program here going on. Next week we will have a program because we have new contact, and especially I have one contact who is chanting already on beads. So he wants to join, but I need to cultivate him, and we want to do those program more like weekly program like this, so that we can begin to have a small congregation here going on. But by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and His Grace Prabhu and your mercy also, we perhaps can begin something here. So book distribution is going on every day. Harinam is going on every day, all around the island. And we met new contact every day also. And I think this is going to be increasing if we made the program, the weekly program, and the the prashadam, it will increase. So yes, this is what's going on here, Prabhu. So we just want to keep going like this. I have not much things to say about.
Now you are doing great now. That's just how everywhere starts, in this way, and eventually you get more devotees, and then the temple starts happening.
Yes.
So now
Yes,
what
Prabhu.
you need to do is have a place where you do a regular, program like morning arati, and then invite people to come.
Yes.
They come for the morning program, then actually they are transported to the mode of pure goodness.
Yes, Prabhu.
Then their taste for chanting will improve, you see.
Yes.
Because yeah, you can chant, we don't say no, but when you chant during the morning Brahma Murta time, it makes a big difference. So if you
Yes.
can encourage the serious one to join you in the morning, and you do a morning program, I mean, that will be a big, I would say, boost for your program. Because until they attend the Mangala Arati, spiritually they cannot grow.
Yes, Prabhu.
So that's why Prabhupada introduced this Mangalarti in all our temples, Since you don't have a temple, but doesn't matter, you can invite them to your place, and then at whatever time you early in the morning, 1.5 hours before sunrise, if you can fix a time where they can conveniently come and join you, that will be a big boost to the preaching in your island,
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, absolutely. Yes.
This is the biggest problem. Wherever I travel, I notice this is the problem because there's no solid morning program, and therefore the devotees don't grow spiritually, and
Yes, yes,
it
Prabhu.
boils down to fighting and quarreling and so many nonsense. But when they come and attend, then they see they make advancement, then they strengthen their spiritual life, and then they move on to wanting to dedicate and on, it goes forward.
Yes,
If you
yes, Prabhu.
don't have this program, then it's very difficult to put them on the spiritual path.
Yes,
Like Prabhupada said, even if you advance and if you don't do this, you'll fall down, See?
yes, Prabhu.
Try
It's true.
try to fix a program whereby others can also join in, and
Yes,
then spur them on. That is how it works.
yes. I will do that, Prabhu.
Hmm.
I will do that.
Yes,
Thank you very much. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
yes, you try.
Yes, Prabhu. Definitely.
Anything else? Somebody else is going to go on?
Bhakta Jat.
Bhakta Jat Prabhu.
The Jack.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, dear Sundar Gopal Prabhu, please accept my
Hare
obeisances.
Krishna.
All goes to Prabhupada.
All
So,
glory.
I am a French devotee. I discovered Krishna consciousness in 2018 by reading Srimad Bhagavatam. I never met any devotee, never spoke with any devotee. I read Bhagavatam, that's it. I knew I found absolute truth. So then I bought everything online, japa beads, how to offer boga, altar, and everything. I'm telling you this to explain why I have so much faith in Prabhupada books. Even though we can be alone on some island, if we have a book, our life can become perfect. So I read this book, and then 2 years happened, I almost did nothing. I was just in my room doing nonsense. And then my grandmother, she left her body. And then I realized, oh, life is very suffering, and we are going to leave this body like cats and dogs. So we must preach. So with my mother, we decided to go out and sell books. And I sold 2 books my first day. It was Vaikuntha in my mind. So I was thinking, I must start again and again and again. So slowly, I started to distribute more and more and fixed in my sadhana, my rounds, regulative principles, reading, hearing, like that. So to some point, but in the very beginning, I knew that the ISKCON system was bogus. And I was looking for something very nice. And somehow or other, I started to distribute thousands of books, and it became like addictive. And before joining ISKM, it was like that. But I was lacking strong association. It was all, I was alone with Prabhupada books. I just preached also to one Mataji who joined. Her name is Alison. She joined, and now she's part of ISKM also. And she's the best book distributor in Europe at the present moment. So she's part of ISKM. And then I watched some videos from you and from Nimai Nitai Prabhu, mostly. And I saw how strong preachers you were. So I decided to contact Nimai Nitai Prabhu. And he told me, why you don't join Telegram? So I joined. And then he asked us to create a group for all the French devotees. So there is me, this Mataji, Jani Prabhu, Amori Prabhu, like that. And the group is like fire.
Hare Krishna.
Every day we share our stories. We encourage each other about the philosophy, like that. And recently we decided to create a new magazine, a preaching tool for ISKM. because somehow others, the BBT in France is complete rascaldom. I have no time to explain, but basically they went off track. So basically what we do is at the end of each magazine, we put an invitation in the house of Jani Prabhu. Like that, each time we distribute a book, they know that there is a place for spiritual thing. And Jani Prabhu also, we printed together a card with his contact and the Maha Mantra. And it looks very nice. So like this, we distribute and then we invite to Sunday Love Feast. So this is a program at the present moment. I spend all my time working on these literatures. We exchange on the French group, ISKM group, and we want to increase the preaching online. So His Grace Nimanitai Prabhu is guiding us. We don't do things whimsically. And he asked us to begin videos on YouTube, doing our preaching activities, how we distribute books, our Harinam and Sankirtan, so that the devotees, they get inspired. So that's the whole thing.
So it's very nice that you are pushing on this yatra in France. I am very much impressed. I always wanted somebody somewhere in France because we want to do this French language, and also the Spanish language. So I was thinking how we can break through that, and somehow or other Krishna has finally sent you. I'm very happy with this. Of course, France is a very big country, and we have a lot of...
allez, bataille dehors, là, les gars. Bataille pas sur rond-point.
Amaury, cut your mic. Amaury, cut your mic. Yes, Paul.
So that will be, a very big boost to our ISKM, And I think if you can expand the preaching, I don't know you have anybody in Paris, huh?
Actually, Prabhu, we are only two in France following Ritvik system. All other people, they are in ISKCON and very few in Gaudiya Math. And in Europa, France is like the most important country, but so few devotees. I would say not even 1,000. The movement crashed in the 80s, actually. When the guru fell down, everyone blooped.
Yeah, it all collapsed, These gurus have done the biggest disservice to Prabhupada. So we have to now reset the faith, you see. So that's even a bigger challenge, to bring the faith back and put them on the cause. They have to, the faith is shattered, so it's not so easy. But nevertheless, we try with new people first.
Yes, Prabhu.
So if you can, of course, some or other by your preaching, we can do some kind of online preaching to the French people somewhere. And if you can expand that to different cities, that will be a big breakthrough, I would consider.
No, Prabhu, I forgot to say that we run the biggest online shop in Europe, completely dedicated to Srila Prabhupada. It is the most successful for the last 4 years. And His Grace Nimanitai Prabhu also, he told me that I can rename my YouTube channel ISKM France. So basically, we want to do art attack content, like big Sankirtan videos, book distribution, Prashadam, Harinam. Like Jani Prabhu is the best singer in the three world, no joke. So with this kind of things, we want to attract people to Prabhupada and Krishna, but we want to attract to ISKM. Otherwise, people, they will go to hell. Like these books, they are our property in ISKM. Otherwise, people, they will spoil their life. Yes. That's why we plan also, I told you already, we are translating AA 77. The Mataji in Reunion Island, she's very first-class translator, and we want to print books, magazine, YouTube, and everything with ISKM, nothing else.
That's a very good, I would say, move, because then people will know. I guess ISKCON has got a lot of bad reputation. At least they may want to kind of learn about us. Huh?
Yes, Prabhu. And Nimai Nitai Prabhu, he speaks French. It is his native language, and he's very much on internet. He's well known. He has 60,000 subscribers.
Yes.
He has millions of
It's,
views, and he's
yeah, at
guiding us
least,
very well.
yeah, at least you have a senior man there who can help, So that's very nice. So
Yes,
you
Prabhu.
try to expand to different cities and, try to work on anybody who can come forward. That will be a big breakthrough, I would say, in France. A lot
Yes,
of
Prabhu.
people are there in Paris. I think that's one of the biggest city.
Mm. Actually, is a Prabhupada, he opened a temple in Paris, and they moved the deities to some rascal place with all drug addict people. It is not even in Paris anymore. So there is
Yeah,
no preaching
I think
center
I
in
went
Paris.
there. I came there in 2011 or something, and I think I
Mm.
had to go outskirts to go to the temple there. And nothing much was happening there. That's what I get the image. So
There are
if we
more
can,
deities than
yes,
devotees.
if we can find somebody to open something there, that will be a big breakthrough, no?
Mm.
Anyway, you are now there, so Krishna's mercy.
Yes, Prabhu.
I'm not complaining. I mean, at least somewhere we are starting, no? Yes.
Mm. Yes, Prabhu.
So you try in preaching. Of course, what you're doing in your town is good, but you should also try to see how you can reach out.
Yes,
Hmm?
Prabhu. I'm starting to travel. Actually, I distribute all over France because
Yes.
ISKCON devotees, they distribute uh, little in Paris, and everything else is doomed. No
Yes.
preachers. I'm like, what? So we have one Mataji. She's like a 100-man army. She's another level. She distributes 70 books an hour. So we are trying like that. And the online shop, we can touch everyone. And when we sell online books, I say, people, you join ISKM Rascals. I send them, I write a message, and we put a QR code. So people, they can scan and join our Telegram group. So in this way, each person, they know about ISKM.
I say this is very good. I mean, you are doing very great service. Hopefully, by your mercy, somebody else take the book and go to another town, and they become inspired. So
Yes, Prabhu.
you never know what Krishna does, no? Yes.
Mm. Yes, Prabhu.
I'm very happy you are doing this very great service. Maybe someday I can come to France and be of some service to you.
Prabhu, actually, I really want to go to ISKM, but all temples, they look so nice. I do not know where to go, you know?
So you try and establish a small temple, and then you never know, we can all come, and take association of you.
Mm. And I really, I have heard maybe you will go to Reunion Island in the near future, and I
Yeah,
would love
actually,
to. I would love.
I'm planning to go there, but I think we are working out the itinerary to see how we can best, accommodate and go. I'm now in India, so from India to that island is about what, some 5-6 hours away or something.
Mm.
So let's see if Krishna, is kind to us.
Yes, Prabhu.
And not, why not also to your place from there, flying another 6-7 hours, Europe. I guess I have no problem coming to Europe. I've got a Singapore passport, so no problem for me to travel.
Mm.
Because maybe Indians, I don't know. But I think all this can be worked out. Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu.
So in the meantime, you try to see how you can gradually, establish more and more firmly our ice camp.
This has become my life and soul, Prabhu. I
Yes,
I tell everyone there is no boat. I studied all the so-called Ridvik groups, and
yes.
there was I won't criticize. They have no standard, basically, compromising here and there. And I tell you, one of the first ice cream video I saw, it was you. And you said that one of the speciality of ice cream preachers is to point out rascals. And you were saying, you're a rascal, rascal of highest order. And I was saying, who is this Prabhu? I was amazed. I was like, what? And then I found, oh, this is my family now.
Anyway, because of that, they all have excommunicated me from ISKCON. These guys, they are rascals anyway. You know, they actually asked me, Sundar Gopal, why don't you also become a guru, you know, and
Oh.
be part of the party? I guess I refused, you know. I don't want to be doing something against what Prabhupada desires. Yeah, I can have fun, I can fly in business class, and I can have rosy dinners and lunches, but what is the use, you know? You offend Prabhupada, then where you go? I don't mind you excommunicate me, but I'm not going to, what we say, disobey Prabhupada. I'm not going to do that, you know. That's not my... I didn't give the movement, my life to the movement to do some kind of a party thing, you know. I really came to just serve Prabhupada. That's all I knew. I remember one time in 1983, or maybe, I think so, that Tamal had me in the corner, you know, because I took second from Hansudutta, and Hansudutta has fallen down. So he wanted to kind of make me his disciple, you see, because he wanted to give me a second reinitiation again. But I refused, you know. I said, no, I'm not going to take that. He was so upset with me, actually. He said, your heart is so small, you got any room for Prabhupada? I said, yes. And he was so upset with me. And then he said, all Prabhupada disciples should be reinitiated. I mean, look at the jerk, you know, he's a rascal. So what to do? Okay, those days, you know, the zonal acharyas are very, very powerful, you know, high and mighty. So of course, they were all challenging days, you see. But I never buckled, you know, I stood my grounds.
Yes, Prabhu.
As I stood on my grounds, I could be standing even now, you know. I don't care, you know, what you want to do. They challenged me, you know, I mean, what's his name, huh? Yashomati Nandana from Gujarat, you know. At that time, I think in maybe 1998, you know, when Harikesh fell down, at that time we had a meeting in Bangalore, Madhu Pandit and all. So he came to me and he said, you know, Sundar Gopal, you cannot be so bold, you know, because after they finish, because at that time they were trying to get Adri in Calcutta, and they raided his place and they kind of closed him down, you know. Then their plan next is to get Madhu Pandit, is it? So he was lucky, he went and filed the court case, you know, so that kind of hold the phone. But then they say, oh look, after this they're going to come to you, you know. I say, yeah, let them try, no problem. I'm in Singapore, let's see if they can, you know, come into the country and try to mess around. They never did, you know. I remember one time in the year, I think maybe 2000 or 2000 maybe, Tamal told the disciple in Singapore that he was going to come down. At that time, I was the first temple that announced that I'm Ritvik, you know, in the world. We are the first anyway. So then, Tamal told his disciple, look, I'm going to come, you know. And then the disciple kind of told me that Tamal is coming, you know. And I said, all right, you have told me now that Tamal is coming. Okay, I said, I know what to do. I just told him that, you know. I'm going to do. And of course, he conveyed that to Tamal, and Tamal is supposed to be the kind of heavyweight guru in the whole ISKCON, you know. The guy is such a notorious rascal, you know. So, after he heard that, I said I know what to do, then he didn't turn up in Singapore. He went to Malaysia instead, you know. He was so frightened, this guy. As though he's such a heavyweight, you know, let him try his guts, you see. He think he knows how to do. We also know how to do things, not that only you know. Of course, I worked with a guy from 1980, 85, no, sorry, 84. 84, I went to, no, 83, I went to Houston and Texas, then to Dallas. I was there with him. I saw him through and through. This guy, is such a nonsense. He messed up the whole movement. If he had simply put in the Ritvik system, so many souls would have been saved.
Yes, Prabhu.
He has single-handedly destroyed everybody's faith. That is it. The price we are paying now. We have to, kind of redo everything. ISKCON is gone so bad. I'm sure you know now that this Giri Raj, this guy, he was the close confidant of Tamal, this Giri Raj fella, and he has also fallen down. And mind you, he's 77 years old. So you can see, this writing is on the wall, this thing is finished. This is finished. You're not going to go anywhere with this society anymore. Because when you disobey, you become useless.
Yes, Prabhu.
You understand? So I can say, like, you are so determined about ISKCON. I mean, that's the only thing left in the world, actually. Nobody have knowledge, nobody have any determination. All my god brothers are pretty much locked away in some old folks' home, They're not out there preaching.
Yes, Prabhu.
I don't see anybody. And also preaching, I don't see anyone who know how to preach also. What are they preaching? These guys can't even quote a verse, even half a verse, these guys. All they can tell you is that I was with Prabhupada and Prabhupada, he smiled at me and, all nonsense. So what, you are with Prabhupada, that's fine, but what are you doing now? Huh? And every rascal is writing some books, and they're asking their disciple to sell that book, not even Prabhupada books.
I have seen.
What is the use of their book? It's good for the toilet, that's all. Huh?
Yes, Prabhu.
They're messing it all up, completely.
Prabhu, there is one big thing which is happening at the present moment, and with Jani Prabhu and all our team who are working on it, is that the Arabic books, they are trash. It is not translated well at all, but this is super important, So we did somehow or other, with this Mataji in France, we were the best Arabic book distributor in the world, world record and everything. But then I was surprised. People, they would not be happy with the book. I was seeing when they would read, they would have difficulties. And I have like blind face. Then my father is 100% Lebanese. So I asked him, can you read? Even Krishna, I could not read. The book is useless. People, they cannot even utter Krishna. So we discovered that it is all nonsense, but we know one Mataji who does not like ISKCON. She changes 16 rounds. She's not in ISKM at the moment. I will cook her, Prabhu. And she wants to translate bona fide Arabic books. So this is one of the projects we have with Jani Prabhu, because in Réunion Island and France, it's like Muslim countries, Arabic people everywhere, and I cannot approach them anymore. So we want to do that also with Jani Prabhu, to print bona fide Arabic books. We know how to print, we have the translator, so we have...
I think there's some devotee have done already that, Arabic book, and some devotee did translating the Bhagavad Gita into Arabic, long time ago.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
We can try to get a hold of that, and see, and maybe she can read. I don't know who reads, but we can try to find out whether that's okay or not. Because Arabs and Muslims are not so easy people to correct, I wouldn't want to kind of take that as the main service. I don't mind, but it's not easy. These Muslims, better to concentrate on something more easier first, to build up the team.
Yes, Prabhu.
Muslim people, they're not some lightweight though. They're very fanatical.
Yes, Prabhu.
So you try to, I mean, if you can get hold of the book, I don't say no, but you try to now see if you can concentrate on the French, speaking, and you see how we can firmly establish a temple, that should be our objective.
Mm.
There should be an ISKM temple, like what's his name, in Finland, and you are in, France, and he is in Reunion Island. So you should try to head towards to getting a temple organized.
Prabhu,
Of
you
temple
wanted to be in
with at
Paris.
least a program, morning program. See?
Mm.
So that
Yes,
should
Prabhu.
be our objective, just like everywhere we have temples running. So our devotees should try to establish that. Then you see we have some kind of a more formal recognition. Because right now we are like a little loose. You are at home, he's at home, and everybody's at home. So if you can formally, establish something concrete, that will be a very big step forward. Just like now, you have kind of registered the online ISCAM France, I think so, right? So now you work towards getting some place.
Yes, Prabhu.
That way you can invite people to come there. Yeah, now okay, you are doing book distribution and all, it's so fine. But if they want to know where I can come, I want to attend the services, then there's no ground.
Yes, Prabhu.
So you try to move to that position of trying to at least maybe start with in your room. I don't know. I mean I don't know the difficulties you have, but if you can some or other come to that, then you can have a steady program, and that will bring in the kind of whoever you distribute books who is interested to come and associate with you more.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm?
Mm.
So you try, I think you can, it's just a matter of time. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
So that way we will become more established. Then our ISKM will start growing.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm?
Mm.
You see how you can concretely come to that level.
Yes, Prabhu. Understood.
That'll
Thank
be,
you very much.
I would say, inspiration for everybody.
Mm.
Because in India, we have here, and other parts of the world, we have in the Philippines and Australia and China, and. So we want some concrete temple.
Yeah, at the present moment, I only do Sunday feast, but I have to think bigger than this, Prabhu.
Okay, now no problem. You do what you can, but your objective should be, eventually to have a place that you can invite people to come regularly. Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu.
You try. I mean, I'm not saying tomorrow you should do that. It's not going to be happening right away. But as you grow, you should have some target, no?
Mm.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
That Prabhupada wanted us all to do. Open a temple and start doing Sunday program, especially give out free prasadam, invite them for japa or chanting, whatever, small class, whatever you have learned, you preach,
Yes,
and
Prabhu.
it's where you help, no? Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes,
Thank you, Prabhu.
you try. I'm very pleased with your activities. I'm very impressed. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Prabhu. You are impressing me, and I love your videos. Stay like this. This is like solace of my ISKM is a solace of my life. I was thinking everything was rotten. I became like this is devotees. I was disgusted. Then I found Imanitai Prabhu and then you. And then I found my family for the rest of this life.
Yes, I was very impressed also when I saw you. I said, wow, we got France now. I'm very happy. Do something now. You push on, eh?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. So who's someone has raised the hand there. Somebody has put their hand up.
Amaury Prabhu, tu veux dire quelque chose?
Yes. Just Hare Krishna, Sundar Gopal Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, accept my obeisances, all glories to Prabhupada. Where are you coming from?
Tu viens d'où, Amaury?
Huh?
Réunion Aslan.
Where are you calling from?
He comes from Reunion Island.
He's
He
also
can't
from
speak.
Reunion. I think
Reunion
Yes,
Island can speak
he doesn't
French.
speak English. He speaks French. Yeah?
He speaks French.
So let him, someone can translate. Yeah?
yes, I can, Prabhu.
Translate.
Tu veux parler, Maury Prabhu, ou c'est bon?
Non, c'était juste pour lui dire bonjour. Je sais pas quoi dire en fait.
Ok, ça marche. Pas de souci. He just want to, he just wanted to greet you, to pay his obeisances. That's all.
Oh, you want to pay obeisance? How are you going to do that online?
He will try mentally.
Anyway, I'm also paying. Please accept mine too. Thank you very much for helping. I think you're working with Gyani, right?
Yes, he's working with me. Yes,
Oh,
we
good.
distribute book also, and we will do the program together.
Very good. So you try, as I've explained, to start a temple and do the program in the morning.
Yes, Prabhu. It's going on here. We will soon open the temple.
That will be a great boost, you know.
Yes, Prabhu.
And
And I
officially,
will soon also do the morning program.
yes, that way you
Yes.
will become more fired up, you know.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you for serving Srila Prabhupada very nicely.
Thank you, Prabhu, for your blessing. Jai Shila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada will be very pleased.
Prabhu, with all the presentation that we have heard, I think it will be appropriate to hear preaching stories from each one of them, Samuel Prabhu, Johnny Prabhu, and also Bhakti Jat Prabhu. All of them, they can share their most memorable and the most inspirational, and preferably the most funniest one. So,
what is that again?
I was just saying, may the presentators, preachers that we have, may they share their experience in preaching, one preaching story or maybe a couple, just to give us some inspiration in their endeavors.
I guess preaching is the thankless task. I guess we have distributed books over the years and, helped many people. Some carry on, some don't carry on, As Prabhupada said, many will come and many will go. Those who stay, they are fortunate. So that is I guess, I don't remember any particular story as such, but I think that's a fair statement that every one of us gets so much bliss, even someone stops for a while and just says some good words, That's a preacher's, enthusiasm, And although the person may never come back again, but because of that moment he was so positive, it gives us a lot of encouragement to go back again, Of course, if the person joins, that's another thing. But that usually works after a person has read the books, Our movement is not somebody walking in. Our movement is someone who has read the books, and want to change his life. Then, just like I said, this is all my experience that you start at the program in the morning. So that will take them to the next level, you know. So that way, eventually, you see how everything expands, and you got a temple, and then you got more devotees. Then you got traveling Sankirtan party, and you know, one thing after the another, you know. See? So that's actually a success story. Because now we are very successful in ISKM, we have practically branched out to many countries, you know. I never imagined that this is going to happen. And wherever I go, I get very much inspired because there are so many congregational devotees who come around, you know, and who have read the books, their stories, you know. So it's very, very, you know, to see ISKM devotees all over the world. It's not something I would take lightly. I just came back from traveling to America, to Russia, to China, to Australia, to Philippines, you know. Now I'm back in India after a year. And now you can see here, this is successful preaching, so many devotees, you know. To make one devotee is so difficult, huh? And here, so many devotees here. I guess you are seeing the videos here, right? And all these boys, they have been coming to your session also, I think.
Yes, Prabhu. They most started from the sessions.
And now they're not here, they are there. And
All of them like that. Some they are all here.
They're now there, they're full time.
Even who come for morning program, they do full time.
They became full time now. They are what? How many boys here? So many. So this is also a success story, you know. People are dedicating their lives. They want to serve ISKM. Mind you, our ISKM is very small, you know. Some very, very insignificant group, you know. And if people are coming forward, I guess that's the big success for us. Yes, we don't have any big buildings to kind of enteach them. We have nothing much in our society, correct? So, as of course, Prabhupada always stressed on the purity is the force. That is our, I would say, the main stay for us. So if every one of us very strictly follow the principles and chant and do everything, and by time, you know, Krishna, you see, very kindly will send the necessary devotees. See? But if we don't do, then it's not possible. So that is our success, you know, that we practice what we preach. That's what, you know, I can only say, because that's what people look up to see also, you know, how well we perform. And most of the time they are always looking for faults, you know. Okay. So we have to prove them wrong. That's our challenge. And that's what actually brings a lot of devotees here. And then also people notice, you know, when you are doing Sankirtan, people see you, you know, and they are observing too, you know. And then that's how they get the faith. That's the and most important that Krishna then sends the right candidate to us. I don't know you, you don't know me, right? How we come together? Only on Krishna's mercy. Yes? So that is the Sankirtan success, you know. All of you are here, I mean, most of you I have not met also. Yes? Perhaps maybe online only. So that success, because you are there, I'm here, correct? And we all want to dedicate our lives to Prabhu. Yes? So we should try to make more and more devotees for Prabhupada. Then our life will be successful. Correct? I'm still going on. I'm sure you're much, much younger than me. You have to go on too. And you have understood that Prabhupada is all in all and this is the highest thing. What else you want to do, Right? Anything else you do is some kind of waste of time, Yes?
Yes,
So
please.
let us try to help others. Not easy, but let us push on. Right? Sure, you are there in the Philippines, you got much more challenges than anybody else. On top of that, being a black person, that's going to be a real. I'm sure you got bigger Sankirtan stories than anyone else, boy. So shoot. So anyway, let us try. Let us try to work together. I have to thank Prahlad for organizing this. I mean, most of you I meet on Friday question and answers unless I'm traveling and I cannot do it. But nevertheless, this is the first time I'm seeing this group and I'm very impressed, there's so many of you there. I think it gives me a lot of confidence that ISKM is definitely growing. This is undoubtedly a fact. And all we need to do is strengthen ourselves more day by day and day. And that will give Prabhupada a lot of happiness. That's without a doubt. So I thank you very much to all of you and also to Prahlad especially for spurring you all on. And of course Nimai Nitai, who is very, very much doing all those videos in a very difficult situation. So everyone is working very, I would say tremendously with little resources, trying to spread this ISKM consciousness. Thank you again. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you
Krishna.
so much, Prabhu, for giving your time for us. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank
Thank
you
you so
so
much,
much,
Prabhu.
bro.
Thank you,
So
thank you.
eventually,
Talk to him, Prahlad, who is sitting here, and can, probably talk to all of you more.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam, Jai Prabhupada.
Pranam Prabhu, Jai Shri Prabhu.
Jai Shri Prabhu.
Jai Shri Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank
This
you,
was amazing.
Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. So thanks, we especially thank His Grace Sundar Gopal Prabhu for giving his valuable time for for our benefit. I hope this was very much encouraging all the devotees. Okay, so it's a short discussion today. So we will see next week Sunday, as usual. We can meet. Okay. Prabhu also busy here because all devotees have come here, no? Like
Yes, Prabhu.
Ajay has come with his brother and sister, and then Karthi Prabhu is here physically. Oh, Devang Prabhu is here after a long time. How are you?
Good, Prabhu.
Oh, what happened? I'm seeing you after many years, many decades. Okay, how is everything? All okay?
Yes, Prabhu. Now it's okay.
Okay, good. Okay then. So I think Shrikant Prabhu, you are there? That's not there. Okay then. So we'll see next week. Jai Prabhupada, Dhanavad Pranam, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha,
Vancha
Kripa
Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa
Asha
Sindhuvascha,
Vaishnavi
Patanam Pavanebhyo
Vaishnavi
Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Jai
Vaishnavi
Prabhupada,
Namo
Jai.
Namaha.
जय श्री
Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much.